Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey.
What is
What
it?
you doing?
Sometimes I clap along when the theme song is playing to get it in the mood.
Why would you clap? I'm tired of listening to it.
Get amped up.
It's time to pick something else. I get tired of hearing the same damn thing every
What
damn
would
week.
you pick as our theme song?
I don't know. There's a lot of people I like.
Charlie Pride?
Charlie Pride be fine. He got some good songs, yeah.
Kiss an Angel, Good Morning?
I don't know about that one personally. I don't particularly seem right for this, but
It'd be like I Kiss You Every Morning.
hell, I don't know.
Pucker up, Jackie.
All right, this ain't
Coming in for your morning sugar.
all right. I just don't start off like this.
Imagine that.
All right.
All that bristle.
I like Charlie Pride. That song right there don't make no sense like you're saying.
Well, why not? Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. Jackie Brawls and Dunlap. Love her like a devil when
All
you
right,
get back home.
It's a good song. I ain't disputing that.
People think I was loving you like a devil.
Oh, come enough. I ain't gonna.
Getting in all that beard.
I had some important things to say, and you start off with kissing this, kissing that, and Charlie Pride, Angel Morning.
Minnie Pearl always said she didn't mind going through a briar patch to get to a picnic.
What?
Kiss a man with a mustache.
All right.
That was back when men had
I
mustaches.
don't want to hear you
and it
talk
come
about
back
it.
around.
I don't want to hear you talk about it, and Minnie Pearl's got better things to say than that.
If Minnie Pearl went to Williamsburg, she'd be in hog heaven. Kissing mustache.
All right.
So, I guess next week our theme song will be Charlie Pride's Kiss an Angel, Good Morning.
It ain't gonna be no such a thing. I like that song just fine. If it come on the radio, I'll turn it up, but you don't ever hear it on the radio no more.
Racist.
Well, that's what the world's turned to. Charlie Pride's good as far as I'm concerned. I always
Me
liked him.
too.
He had a sense of humor, is what I liked about him. He had a sense of humor about his situation.
Like how did he have a sense of humor?
Well, at
about
the
it?
time, you know, when he went on Grand Ole Opry and he'd say, I got a dark tan, everybody, and everybody laugh, you know. He had a sense of humor. I'm sure he got treated such a way that nobody'd want to be treated, but at least, you know, he could laugh it off.
He's important. I mean, think about that, being black going on the Grand Ole Opry in the 60s.
That's a big deal.
Where's his movie?
Nobody wants to make that one.
Why not?
He wasn't no drug addict.
Yep,
He didn't beat his wife.
allegedly.
Didn't do all kinds of drinking this and that. Nobody wants to see a good movie like that. Charlie Pride movie be a fine movie to see.
Maybe Coley Cinemas can put it out with their Christian programming.
Well, suggest it. I'm sure he was a good Christian. I don't know his denomination personally, but I'm sure. Grand Ole Opry wouldn't have you if you didn't go to church at that time anyway.
You think they'd have a Muslim country performer on there now?
There ain't no Muslim that sing country music that I know of.
Jackie, maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe what we should do to foster understanding is get a group of like the finest Muslim pickers we can muster up.
Muslim kind of music, it don't sound like music to me. I ain't putting it down, but it sure don't sound like no kind of music I like. It don't sound like any kind of country music. A Muslim that don't make no sense that I know of. If there's a Muslim out there that likes to sing country music, write us, tell us. I'd like to hear your song.
Jackie, I bet people said the same thing about Charlie Pride back in the day. And look.
He sang country music.
Well, maybe these Muslims out there say, listen, Muslim listeners,
If you ever listen to something that says, here, listen to this Muslim music, which I'll be quite honest, does not come up that often with me. But if you go, you go have to go somewhere at a restaurant or something and playing in the speaker, whatever it is.
What if they's a group of American Muslims grew up in Alabama or something? Somebody gave them a banjo when they was 6 years. What I'm saying is, if they's Muslim listeners out there that's in the old time country music, bluegrass,
I'd be nice if somebody was, if anybody was. I
send
don't
us
care.
your demo. We will play you on this podcast.
I'd be happy to. If there's anybody out there, Muslim, black, white, any which of color, I don't care whatever you believe. If you like good country music and know how to pick and play, I'd like to hear it, because you sure as hell don't hear none of that on the radio no more. I don't care where you come from, what you believe. If you can pick and play.
If Muslims took over and we were under Sharia law, but they got really into country music and the radio played actual good country music, I mean, you take the good with the bad.
I don't.
Taylor Swift gone, but here's Muhammad with the Skillet Liquors with
What?
Catch That Horse.
Catch That Horse?
You remember Catch That Horse, that bluegrass standard? Catch that horse running away, gotta ride later today.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Catch that horse. And the second verse, catch that goat, getting gone. We gonna need some milk for long. Catch that goat. It's just all the animals got away.
You got to use, I remember, it's horse, goat, then cat. Catch that cat.
What? Yeah, that's right. I forgot. The cat, they didn't even know. What was it? Just catch that cat. There he goes. Got nothing to pet. Lord only knows.
Something like that.
I think they ran out. Chicken. I guess you could catch a chicken is what they were saying. They were trying to think of the fastest animals, and they thought, well, horse, goat, and
if there are
cat.
any Muslims, I'll say it again, out there that knows how to play catch that horse, even though it's about all the other animals, the name of it's catch that horse.
Well, horse the first one. That's how they used to do that.
Yeah. Do songs, the good songs back in, yeah. If there are any Muslims out there that even know that song, know how to play it, I'd be happy to meet you and shake your hand. I don't want no one calling me prejudiced, this or that.
That'd be world peace starting right there. Jackie shaking a Muslim bluegrass man's hand.
You just hope the good Lord likes you playing enough to give you some slack
horse,
when the time comes.
Well, I'm sure if they do gospel songs. If you're going to do the bluegrass catalog, you got a bunch of gospel songs.
Yeah, you'd have to do it.
But maybe they just change it a little. Make it more.
Well, they don't need to change anything.
Allah-centric.
They don't need to change nothing about any old
I
good
like
old
a banjo. Let's hear a banjo.
Well,
if they sing praise to Allah, and it's dong. And follow that up with Catch That Horse, let's hear it.
I don't know about the praise Allah stuff, but Catch That Horse, I want to hear it.
That was original, who was that? Moose Larkin and the Jar Spitters?
Hell, I can't remember. So long ago.
He was notorious drunk. That's probably why he was like...
Well, back in, all of them were.
Fuck it. It's a cat.
Hey.
Finish it out with a cat.
All right, you don't got to use it.
Like chicken or meat? No, cat. And we're done. Let's go. Get on the bus.
All right. I had something to say at the start of this whole thing, and I can't remember nothing from Muslims and Catch That Horse and Charlie Pride.
Wonder if Charlie Pride ever did Catch That Horse.
Oh, he would have had to at one time. He did play at the Opry, didn't he?
Yeah. There was a time. That's why Opry is, I would not want to run the Grand Ole Opry, because back in the day, you'd come out and you do your hits, but you got that audience sitting out there. They want to hear Charlie Pride's hits. They want to hear Roy Acuff do Great Speckled Bird, but they want to hear Catch That Horse at some point in the evening. Everybody clamoring to do Catch That Horse.
Everybody wanting to do it, you got to pick. Probably had to put somebody's name in a hat.
Yeah, because you don't want Ernest Tubb get mad at Roy Acuff over who's going to sing.
You don't want none of them people at the opera played the opera mad. You don't want none of them. I can't name one person.
You won't seem mad because half of them drunk.
Yeah, Charlie Pride, that'd be interesting to see, because that man, I ain't never seen that man mad. Charlie Pride never.
He learned to keep it all in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I respect that. Have a sense of humor about yourself. Situation.
Well, I guess What if he didn't want to have a sense of humor? You saying, well, that's good. You keep it all in, learn to be nice, and take all the abuse. You want Jackie Robinson. What if Charlie Pride wanted to be...
I'm saying he had a sense. I ain't telling him what to do, what not to do. I'm just saying the man got through it. It wasn't no people could, all right, you feel that way, fine. I'm going to sing this country song, and sing it good. Sing it as good as everybody else will.
What if at the height of Charlie Pride's fame, he got radicalized Malcolm X style?
Oh, that ain't going to happen. You know better than that.
Well, I mean, it could have happened. What if Black Panther movement? And what if Charlie Pride came out one day and said, you know what? I ain't going to put up with this no more.
Well,
I'm going to sing Kissing Angel Good Morning.
Well, yeah, he'd have to do that one way or another.
But I'm also going to acquire my freedom by any means necessary.
Look, the Grand Ole Opry ain't no place for no political views or anything like that.
Hey, man, it was the 70s.
You get up there and play your song. Like I said, if there's Muslims out there that can play Catch That Horse, I wouldn't be offended at all if they played the Grand Ole Opry. I just don't want to laying down the carpet and praying afterwards at the Opry.
If they do 3 minutes of Catch That Horse and 3 minutes of prayers, that seems like a good compromise.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it's come to. Everybody's got to bend over backwards. Everybody's got to compromise. Even the Grand Ole Opry. I just get frustrated with the way everything is. Everything gets pushed. You give a little bit, want a little bit more. America just ain't what it used to be.
What if Charlie Pride, radical Charlie Pride, come out and he sang his hits, and then he followed that up with like a 3-minute hit and 3 minutes of listing the evils of Whitey, and then another hit?
He ain't going to do that at the Grand Ole Opry, no sir.
Why? I mean, but what if
it ain't the place for it? If he wants to go do that at his Black Panther meeting or whatever it is I had back in, that's fine.
Now, we ain't saying Charlie Pride was in the Black Panthers. This is all speculative, like the Outer Limits.
I don't think he was. I wouldn't even guess
this is
at that.
Alternate reality, radical Charlie Pride.
The point I'm trying to make, believe what you want to believe, be what you are. You have every right to be free. But don't force it on somebody else.
On the Grand Ole Opry.
Definitely not on the Grand Ole Opry. Ain't the place for it. You can do that everywhere. Grand Ole Opry is for telling jokes, biscuit commercial, song, funny jokes. That's it.
But not radical Islam.
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, this is America, so I don't know if say, little Jimmy Dickens converted to radical Islam.
That ain't going to happen.
You don't know what's going to happen. The man's 90 years old. He may say, you know what, I've always been attracted to radical Islam.
The last thing that's going to happen to that man at 90 years old is convert to Islam. It ain't going to happen.
Malcolm X did it in prison. Little Jimmy Dickens can do it. And sitting in his chair wondering where he's at.
How many country artists been to prison and didn't turn to...
A lot of them.
Well, not a one turn to Islam.
They just didn't go to jail with Charles S. Dutton.
Well, whoever it was that started it.
He didn't start. What were you going to say at the beginning? What were you trying to... You had something important to say.
I don't even remember.
And here you are spinning your wheels telling me that little Jimmy Dickens will never be a Muslim.
All right.
All I'm saying is there's a little chance. Little bitty Jimmy Dickens-sized chance that he could turn.
You talking crazy. You start talking crazy, and then you make it start to sound like it's something we should talk about, and then you go back and you realize it's crazy talk.
I will admit it is not on our list of what to talk about little Jimmy Dickens.
No. Turning to Islam or whatever. I like little Jimmy Dickens just fine. I wish him well. Hope he's doing all right.
That was take an old cold tater and wait. Now
Yes,
I'd like to talk to you about the Prophet Muhammad.
All right.
You don't know what's going to happen, is what I'm saying.
Well, he ain't going to be
You
doing
talk
that.
to some of these people like he's are some of our elected officials here in Tennessee, or what was her name? Ran for president.
Wow.
The crazy woman.
Who are you talking about?
Michelle Bachmann.
Bachmann had the funny
I mean, if
husband.
you told He was funny, always singing and
Hey, now, spell, I didn't mean nothing wrong about it, but, it's awkward for anybody to have to go through that when your spouse. See, I see people making awful jokes about him, but, look at, Nixon's wife drank, all of them drank. What, Betty Ford, all of them drank. That man was having a few too many, and just, how some people, when they drink a little bit, they get to acting silly. Like, sit down, you're acting silly. And you put on the public spot like that, going through that, what she put him through. Camera's always on him at the wrong time.
Some of our topical Red State Update, Michelle Bachman's husband's.
Well, you couldn't think of her name.
Sorry, I brought her up. I was just going to say, if you ask Michelle Bachman, is it possible that radical Islam will get little Jimmy Dick, and she'll say anything is possible when it comes to radical Islam. I would not put it past entertainment. A lot of people think they're coming to get us, and they're going to get us any way they can. Yeah. And she would say, yes, an old 90-year-old man, that's exactly who they would try to get us through. Get him when he's weak and confused. Next thing you know, he's on the Grand Ole Opry.
She was just over there.
Singing May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose and turning it into a song of praise for Allah.
All right. She was just over there in Muslims.
Which Muslims?
Egypt, one of them places.
She went to Egypt. Yeah, Egypt. What'd she do over there?
Just told them, how good American freedom is. Remind them every now and then. Somebody got to go over and represent us somehow better than,
Did she go to Syria?
Oh, hell, she didn't go to Syria, did she?
No. But she went to Egypt.
Anybody in the right mind ain't going to go to Syria.
Egypt's pretty bad. She went over there, maybe.
For her, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Do you think she thought Egypt was Syria?
I don't know. To me, if you took me to either one of those and said you could have named either one, I wouldn't have known the damn difference.
Well, Egypt got the pyramids and the Sphinx. Syria's got nothing.
Well, chemical
weapons.
Yeah.
Syria's in the Bible, right?
Syria is one of them countries. It's awful tight. All the countries in the Bible, just terrible, terrible things happen. I mean, that's just the way it was back then. And like any of those countries in the Bible, terrible things still happening.
So America dodged a bullet by not being mentioned in the Bible.
Well, that's the reason I thought, good Lord didn't put America in the Bible. He loved it so much he ain't going to put us through that. But Syria's somewhere in that Bible, and it's, beginning times, middle times, end of times, it's going to be terrible over there.
Mormons, though, why would they want to put America in the Bible if all the Bible countries just get so messed up?
Don't ask me. I have no idea.
I used to think, well, if America, when I was a kid, you know how you question things when you're a kid, like, why do these cigarettes taste so good? Or why, if America's so great, why ain't it in the Bible?
Yeah.
But, later on I realized if you are a country in the Bible, if you are important in the Bible, in the future, you are just going to be halved by civil war and bloody violence.
It's horrible, yeah.
But you do get to be in the Bible. I mean, that's cool. You're in the Bible.
Ain't nothing changed what I'm saying. Read the Bible. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in there, but you got to take the good with the bad, and there's a lot of killing, this and that, going on in the Bible.
I like giants.
David, yeah.
There's giants in the Bible. I wish there was giants in real life.
Well, yeah, back in there was. Ain't no more.
What happened to him?
Well, he killed him.
There was one giant?
Well, he's the last one left, I think, is what.
Why would he do that?
Well, 'cause
he should have took him to a museum or something.
You know better than that.
They don't have museums in the Bible.
No.
Because all the old stuff was, like, around right then. Like, life was a museum.
Everywhere you look. Yeah.
I'd like to learn about what life was like in olden times. Well, look out your cave hole. It's right there.
Yeah.
Look at it. There goes Jesus. I'll be darned. Look at that. I wonder if they didn't have any sense of history back then. They was too busy trying to.
Well, somebody was writing down all the Bible.
Angels.
Well, yeah, angels in God's hand led the disciples, when the Jesus part, but the early part, Jesus, God himself, I'm sure, wrote some of it. I mean, on his own, not just through people,
Typewriter.
Well, he don't have to. Good Lord, just thinking it's on the page. Good Lord don't need no typewriter.
Gold page.
Yeah.
Page made out of solid gold.
Well, yeah.
Heavy book, but worth a read.
Good Lord can lift in it. Don't matter how heavy.
He can make a library of books of solid gold.
Yep.
With a door so heavy, like a human couldn't open it.
If he so chooses.
But if you go to the door of that gold page library and you say, "Dear Lord, will you give me the strength? Help me open this door," he might.
Yeah.
But you ain't going to get it open yourself.
No, sir.
Drunk and heart full of lust.
Nope.
But you won't get in that library of gold pages. You got to open your heart to Jesus.
They do that whether you read or not. Don't
It doesn't matter if you can read or not. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
No, sir.
Like, why should I get saved? I can't even read. So what? You need it anyway.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And then maybe God will help you learn to read.
I know, man, years ago said I can't, read a little of this good book is my advice to him. And he looked up to me, got back to crying, said, "Jackie, I can't read." I said, "Well, find somebody to read it for you."
You ain't got time for his problem. You trying to help testify to the man, and he's like,
I give him a Bible.
Read.
I give him a Bible, yeah.
Excuses after excuses.
Well, that's how some people want to live a life.
You remember that movie with Johnny Cash? He couldn't read?
Yep. He didn't let that stop him.
Nope.
He get down in the dumps over it every now and then. Everybody gets a bad day, but some people just live in a damn bad day.
He'd go to a restaurant and the menu like, "I can't read this.
Yep.
I'm depressed." But then later on, he learned to read.
He'd point at it and say, "I can't do nothing. This ain't good." Ask the waiter.
I don't mean to make I come down too hard on people who can't read. That would suck.
Or Johnny Cash, for that matter.
Or Johnny Cash. Yeah. But you go to a restaurant and you can't read the menu. Now they got pictures. It ain't so really.
Well, they got numbers by them now. That's the restaurants I go. I want to point at this, picture and a number by it.
Yeah.
Chinese,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Chinese restaurant, you just get a number.
You can't say that anyway, whether you read or not yet.
Just pick a number. It ain't so hard.
Yeah.
Just point and pick. You go to Denny's, what difference is it going to make? What you get? It's going to taste like shit. And it's going to come on a plate.
All right. I don't need to hear it.
Swimming in grease.
All right.
If you can read or not, it ain't going to make a lick of difference. Like, well, I should have gotten a Grand Slam. Like, nah, it's the same shit.
Enough with it. You can talk about
Honest
this
to God,
without cussing.
I think I've talked myself in a circle. All that time I spent learning to read, wasted. Could I go to Long John Silver and just say, that one with the 3 fish, and put some shrimp on it?
Yeah.
You can negotiate with these people. Like, I go, can I get a Big Mac and put another one on in the middle of it? They'll go, what? And I say, listen, it ain't rocket science, idiot. Put another bun on top of the hamburger meat, and then put another hamburger meat on top of that, and then put the bun on top of that.
What
you got it? Do I need to draw you a picture? I call that a bigger Mac. It's pretty good. Sometimes I think about fast food menus and I kind of jazz them up a little bit. And I go in there and I say, hey, why don't you take that and put more of it on this thing?
Yeah, that's when you get those ideas. That's how another one opens up. That's how Burger King. It was McDonald's first, I think. And Burger King, whoever opened that, said just like what you're saying. They don't make it my way. Yeah, make it your way. That's what it was, yeah.
So you think I just
went
to
your way. Have it your way. One of those.
So somebody just went to McDonald's and was like, I'd like this better.
Well, he thought of that, and the McDonald's wouldn't do it for him. He said, by God, I'm going to do it myself. And
that's America.
Yeah,
American
that's America
ingenuity.
right there. Yeah.
I'm basically Henry Ford when it comes to fast food menus.
Well, I don't.
Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
In my laboratory, pulling up internet Taco Bell menu saying, why don't you just put some more beans in that shell?
Yeah.
Put some beans, get a tortilla, put some beans on it, put a taco inside that. Now you got a double-decker taco. I used to get that all the time.
They do that, yeah.
They used to call that the double Dunlap.
They did not. Taco
The
Bell.
one on Memorial, they sure as hell did call it the double Dunlap. You can go ask them, but if this is true, everybody that worked at that Taco Bell in that era, like mid-'90s, when I come up with the double Dunlap, is dead now.
You talking about that robbery that happened that night? Took out.
No. They're all dead, too.
Well, yeah, they killed everybody in there.
No. After that, they hired all new people. They just all died mysteriously over the years. Not mysteriously, cancer. That ain't mysterious. I mean, I don't know how it works. It's mysterious.
People died all the time.
Yeah, it ain't.
Yeah.
But there were a few weird ones like that girl Connie. She was the first one, like if I ever opened up a double Dunlap museum, she deserves to be in there. Whoever's thinking of doing that, the Dunlap Museum, Connie was the first one to agree to it because I give her some pot.
Yeah.
So she said, all right. So I put the tortilla in the double Dunlap. She was the first one, and she disappeared on a camping trip.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
God rest her soul.
Mr. Ricketts was the manager. He's the one that got cancer. Jesus, they said got sent back to Mexico, but I don't know.
I saw to hear about all that, but I don't remember. I don't remember any of them. I mean, everybody, I'll be honest with you, unless I know you personally, pretty much everybody at Taco Bell seems the same to me.
Well, they call that the curse of the double Dunlap.
Well,
that's what happened to all those. How can all the people at Taco Bell seem the same to you?
They take my order and they give me
You don't even know how to work a fast food restaurant. You got to know everybody's names. You got to go in there. You got to learn their likes, their dislikes.
You go through the drive-thru and you ask what you want. I don't know the difference between one and the next day.
You go to drive-thrus with me, and I'm like, hey, Bert, how you doing? How's your family? Good.
That's people eating in there, not nobody working there. They all got the same outfits on.
It's racist.
It is not racist.
That's fast food racist.
It may be a black person in the Taco Bell outfit and then a white person the next day, and I still wouldn't know the damn difference.
I talked to Tawny
What?
in 2003. She was the last one living. I said, hey, Tawny, you going to talk to me, or are you scared of the curse of the double Dunlap? She said she wasn't scared, but she couldn't talk long, and all of a sudden she said, well, my kids are home. I got to go.
What happened to her?
Fell off a radio tower.
Yeah.
What was a 47-year-old woman with 3 kids doing climbing a radio tower in McMinnville?
What night of the week was it?
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's weird, yeah.
Fell hundreds of feet.
Yeah, bless her soul.
Do you think somebody was trying to get them all?
I don't know what you talk about, whatever curse is at Taco Bell. I don't remember no
Let me tell you this. Burger King got that French fry hamburger, and they got some French fries on it.
Yeah.
I thought of that.
Yeah.
That's not a great...
That's 2 times you thought the same thing as the guy who started Burger King. You just not living in the right year, I guess.
Well, I'm living in the right year if you want to get a hamburger with French fries on it, and you don't have to ask them.
Well, you're right about that. Yeah.
But to make any money off of it, no, I'm wrong. I missed a lot of opportunities with this.
Well, yeah.
That Burger King French, that's not even everybody saw that, though. I ain't going to take a lot of pride in that one. That is something everybody, why don't everybody's put French fries on a hamburger. That's kind of lazy, if you ask me, Burger King. Put some French fries on there and like some gravy or something. Then you hit a home run. That's just, people look at that and they go, well, catch up to modern times, Burger King. I've been doing that for years.
Well, I wouldn't eat it one way or the other. I wouldn't eat it back then. I wouldn't eat it now.
Go Wendy's, get a single with cheese, put a Frosty on that. All right, now we're talking. Dump a Frosty and a box of French fries. Here we go. Now we're talking about something good.
All right.
Give you a little cup of Frosty, dip your French fries in. All right. Now we're on the road to something. Just throw 3 French fries on a hamburger. You look like intellectually lazy, Burger King. Intellectually lazy.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I agree with you that Wendy's is better than Burger King. I like Wendy's.
Wendy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Go Wendy's. You want to go Wendy's right now?
Are we done?
Did we talk about Syria yet?
Oh, good Lord. That reminds me.
Of what?
It was something I was going to talk about.
You can't look, I don't want to tell you how to do my own podcast, but...
Look, you just keep talking about Wendy's and it'll come back to me. Just go on.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't going to turn down that opportunity. Single with cheese, double with cheese, triple with cheese. All good.
I remember now. All right.
They change their French fries. Some
All right,
people don't like
it.
them. I like them. Good job, Wendy's, on the new fries.
Wendy's is one of the few good things we got going on right now.
Super salty. I like it. Go good with the Frosty. That's why I was saying. And the new fries have a crispier shell that I think would stand up to the dipping in a Frosty test.
Dunlap.
Yeah.
I never thought
a
day would come.
Right.
In my lifetime, to be quite honest with you,
That's a long time.
Anybody's lifetime that lives in America,
right,
would wake up, stand up, tell everybody out loud, whoever's listening, go on TV and say it, and say that the president of Russia has gotten more sense,
right,
than a sitting American president. Don't no matter who it is.
Right.
But to stand up and say, I'm with Russia over America.
Shameful.
What has happened to this country?
I do not know.
I don't know either. And there ain't but one man. That's to blame for all this, and that's Obama.
I'd rather have Putin as president than Obama.
I would too. Look what he has done. Look what he's done.
To force me to say Russia's better than America.
I'm still having trouble saying it. Because I lived through the Cold War. I remember.
Me too.
You didn't have to get under your desk, Cuban Missile Crisis, all that sort of stuff going on.
I had to watch the day after in school.
Well, yeah, that was it.
I had to watch the Golden Girls episode where Dorothy dreams about going to Russia. One of them dreams it. But Dorothy was the one that was going to give a speech to the Russians in that dream sequence.
Now, a lot of good stuff come out of the Cold War. We know that. Because we won. Reagan won the Cold War.
Yep.
Won it fair and square.
Single-handedly.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you listed the good and the bad things come out of the Cold War, it may be just about equal.
Rocky IV.
That's a good one, though. That's real good.
Well, that's enough right there, I guess.
And now look. Obama making all of us look at that picture of Putin with his shirt off and a gun and go, that's who I wish was my president right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Makes me sick to my stomach.
That Obama did that.
That did that to us. did it to this country, not just me and you, everybody in this country.
Did you see, you read Putin's editorial in the New York Times?
Well, no,
which at one time Putin and writing for the New York Times just sounds like, Brandon getting a couple of commies together and putting out a newspaper.
Yeah.
And that editorial, everybody's like, oh, yeah, he's saying basically just shoving it in Obama's face.
Yes, sir. Well, Obama asked for it, didn't he?
He sure did.
He's sitting there begging for it.
Give it to me, Putin.
Yeah. I'll take it, Putin. Just do it.
But Putin also did, I don't know if you saw this, but he did not only the editorial for the New York Times, he did a week of Marmadukes. Really good.
I didn't read those. I didn't read that. You ain't going to read
Sort
those.
of reinvented Marmaduke.
Well, I like Marmaduke. Just big is all he ever was.
Well, it wasn't really funny, but I mean, like there was one. The panel was just like this heroic kind of portrait of Marmaduke from the side, and the sunlight kind of hitting his fur.
Wow.
And the caption was just "Big dog, strong."
Well, yeah, he is.
And the rest of it was like there was one of him running with his teeth bared. And the caption was ferocious, glorious.
Well.
But, it's different. It's something different on the comics page.
Different. I mean, I respect Putin and his ideas.
If he wants to draw and write Marmaduke for a week,
he's more welcome to. I didn't know he wrote. I would have read that. I didn't read the New York Times. I got the gist of it. Obama messed up.
Yep.
But I did not read his Marmaduke. I won't see those.
They're pretty good.
I look forward to it.
And so now, well, thanks, Obama, we can't hate Russia anymore.
No, we got to like them.
We got to envy them.
Yeah.
That's what's worse. America don't envy nobody.
Used to not. No, sir. Used to never, ever do that.
And now, look, they got a strong leader.
Yep.
Knows exactly what he wants, which is be friends with Syria.
Yeah.
And over here, you got Obama saying, oh, let's bomb Syria.
Let's bomb Syria.
But Syria is Russia's friend, so that means they must be pretty cool.
If Putin's saying so, I'm going to at least hear what he has to say, yeah.
You got John Kerry. So tell me if this is basically what happened. Kerry, they're asking John Kerry, like, what could we do to prevent this war from happening? Yeah. He's like, I guess they could give up all their chemical weapons.
He pulled out a solution out his rear end.
Idiot.
And then Obama don't. Pitiful.
Just talking like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I heard that, and I just heard a blithering idiot. I heard basically Big Moose from Archie Comics going, duh.
That's pretty much carry.
But Putin, this is how good Putin is. He can listen to the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
Hey. Language.
And say, I know how to trick him.
Well.
And then he can pull together this whole thing like, yeah, that's great. Let's get him to give up the chemical weapons. Right, Syria? And Syria's like, yeah, okay. And they come up with whatever plan they got to fool us. And they get that passed. Now, Obama looked like an idiot. Kerry looked like an idiot.
Yep.
Russia and Syria got the United Nations in the palm of their hands, and we're just sitting here waiting. It's funny if you think about it. We're just waiting for whatever Russia and Syria is going to do that will result in many deaths.
Yeah.
Putin,
yeah.
for the win.
He did it.
John McCain playing poker on his phone.
Wow.
I wonder if he was playing poker when Putin bent him over and fucked him in the ass.
Hey. I don't want to hear the language. I get the sentiment. There's another way to say it.
Screwed him in the butt. I wonder.
That ain't no better. Just don't.
You said there's another. That's what I thought of when you said there's another way to say it. Instead of saying fuck, you say screw.
Hey.
Instead of saying ass, you say.
I just don't say it.
That's playground mathematics.
All right. Enough. Just see if you're smart enough to make a point without saying Something like rear end or
I'm
butt
not.
or
I
anything.
am not.
Well,
If I wrote for Politico, it would be full of curse words and like butt fucking analogies.
all right. I'll get up, walk out of here. I ain't gonna listen to that.
But Politico, if you're listening, I'm open to writing a column for you, doing some reporting. But it will be filthy.
Can't be any worse than what they do except for the language.
Wonky and filthy.
All right.
One good thing about this Syria mess is at least it has shook up partisan politics.
You right about that. People don't know how to think about this sort of thing. You know?
All the big power players who you think you know what side they're going to be on, what their position going to be on this.
You never know. You absolutely don't know.
Nope, not at all. And that has been interesting to see. I mean, sure, many deaths. It's horrible.
Horrible
civil
situation.
War in Syria, but
Fascinating to see.
fascinating
what
politically.
side, people who know about it, where they fall. You think they know that about it. You think it's going to be on that side, and it's the other side.
For example, I was talking to Curtis Ladybug down at the City Cafe,
Yeah.
and you know he hates Obama.
Oh yeah, you can't stand him.
Hates him.
Yeah, you go down to the cafe. Yeah, everybody like, what a Ladybug doing? He over there cussing under his breath about Obama. Him, well, not just him, but
Most of them.
most of them in City Cafe.
Curtis Ladybug said that he was on Obama's side. He wanted to bomb Syria.
I never in a million years would have thought
Curtis Ladybug would say anything.
anything.
He said he still hates Obama, but when it comes to bombing,
Yeah,
he's on the bombing side.
yeah.
But I talked to Terry Icknud.
Yeah. What do you got to say about him?
Well, he's kind of let's stay out of other people's business when it comes to let's fix the problems here at home. Kind of a Ron Paul guy. Talk about the gold standard a lot.
Let me ask you this, and how do you understand a word he says?
I listen just for the.
I can't. I know he got something.
All the Icknuds talk like that.
Well, I don't understand, and I know
You
they
think
listen
it's a
to this,
speech
but I don't.
impediment or something happened to him, but the whole family.
All of them talk. I guess like the oldest one, and the rest of them listen to that one and learn how to talk, and he just passed it down. But it's clipped. It's odd. I don't know what he's saying.
I just see if I can make out like one word out of 7, and if I get that, I try to get the point. But what I think he was saying was he was for bombing Syria.
Well, yeah.
He liked the bombing part.
I just can't see that him wanting to go that way either way.
It's crazy the way the world of politics is topsy-turvy these days.
Yeah.
Lisa Marion at the
yeah.
Bilo,
Yeah.
she does not think we should bomb Syria.
I would.
Lisa Marion, she said, basically her and Icknud flopped. She said, let's fix our problems at home. Obama wants to bomb Syria. Why don't he fix the roads first?
Good Lord. She know better. I ain't going to fix the damn roads.
Obama, does he have anything to do with the roads?
If he did, it don't make no difference.
He'd have one going straight into the damn river.
Yep. You know old Billy Elms, don't you?
Billy Elms. Let me
Yes,
think.
sir.
At the paint store?
No, not that. What not?
At the wallpaper store.
Billy Elms he did work at just Home Depot now.
I know who you are talking about.
Well, he big churchgoer, him, this and that. You know how he is. They go to those lighted candle vigils when something terrible happens, that sort of this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Saw him the other day. He says they need to, excuse my language, he said they need to bomb S-H-I-T.
Shit.
Yeah, well, I was trying to spell it.
I just thought after you spelled it,
Well,
go ahead and say if they somebody.
He said to bomb S-H-I-T out of them. And I never thought I would have heard that come out of his mouth. No, sir.
Remember that last candlelight vigil they had on the Greenway here in Murfreesboro?
And, they have them all the time. I don't know.
Everybody they got those paper things on the candle to keep your hand from getting the wax on them.
Yeah.
And everybody just threw it on the ground after they were done.
Yep. That's what they do.
Now they can't have no candlelight vigils on the Greenway.
Well,
hope nothing bad happens.
They ain't going to have no place to go. Pray over it.
Walk the streets with their candles.
I always
Creepy
say,
looking like
good
a
Lord,
cult.
the good Lord hears you pray at home. They said, well, Jackie, I didn't see you at such and such, or this or that. And I said, the Lord can hear me just as fine in my truck as he can on the damn Greenway.
And a candle don't help God's ears.
It don't, and everybody being together like we're all going to get together real loud in our prayers.
If somebody gangs up on me,
it's like they're saying God's hard of hearing or something.
shouting at God
Yeah.
with your candles. To me, if a bunch of people come at me like Dunlap, we need to talk about your drinking.
Yeah.
Here's the ways you've done us wrong.
Yeah.
They're ganging up on me. And I think God feels the same way. So when you're in church sitting there all praying at once, to me, God is just tuning you out. Now, if you approach God man to man, man to God, man, and you say, God, here's what's on my mind, I think he'll rap with you.
Well, you wrong about church, because church is a lot of singing. Good Lord loves gospel hymn. So he's listening to that. It depends on probably what mood the preacher's in.
I think God listens to the singing, and then it's just like,
Well,
these people again.
he listens to all of us. It's the point I'm saying. You ain't all got to be together for him to hear. That's what I'm trying to say. Good Lord's got time for everybody. But lighting a candle and everybody get huddling up together, bowing their heads, don't make it. I don't see why I got to be there. I can just do it in my truck, do it at home in a chair, turn the volume down on TV, take a couple minutes, turn it back up.
Walter Malt.
Oh, yeah. I ain't seen Mr. Malt in 2 or 3 weeks.
He retired from his postal route, and he works at the library now.
Well, he don't ever. He used to come down here every day lunchtime.
Right, he ain't on no route no more. He's at the library.
Well.
Working security, keeping homeless people out.
Well, yeah.
He thinks if we bomb Syria, it's just going to put a bunch of Islamic radicals in power.
Yeah.
He thinks Obama's on the side of Islamic radicals.
Well,
But, usually he used to be for Islamic radicals.
Well,
he completely flip-flopped.
Well, now that Obama's on their side.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't tell where people are going to wind up with this.
It's every time it's a surprise to me. Everybody I talk to, yeah.
Fascinating times.
Yeah. Never thought I'd live in this world. And I'll be quite honest, I would have been okay if the good Lord had took me 2 or 3 years ago. I think I'd have been fine. Missed all
Me
this.
too.
Yeah.
Zimmermanwatch.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, George Zimmerman. Did we talk about him already?
I don't think we did, no.
We talked about Charlie Pride.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy Dickens, radical Islam. And
Yeah.
we talked about Syria. We talked about the
all hamburgers.
hamburgers, talked about the curse of the double Dunlap.
Yeah. That's tacos, yeah.
All those poor dead Taco Bell employees.
Well,
But we did not mention George Zimmerman.
I don't think we did, not, no.
Zimmermanwatch, he's back in the news.
I'll
Jackie.
be honest. When we started this Zimmermanwatch, I didn't think it had much of a future. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think it was the best idea. I figured it would just kind of peter out. We'd only get maybe one of them, but I don't know how many is this so far. I don't even know. It just keeps going.
He keeps turning up in the news.
Yeah.
He's like a Kardashian, but violent.
Well, yeah. Kardashian they don't shoot nobody. I don't.
He got mad at his wife, ex-wife, filing for divorce wife.
Well, she went on TV to file for a divorce, right?
That's kind of weird.
That I ain't defending any action of his, and certainly not certain actions. But this situation, if your wife go on TV and run you down, make anybody mad.
What are you saying? He got a right to come over here and pistol whip her daddy?
I ain't saying that. I just said is that what he did?
I think he made some threats. I don't know, smashed an iPad.
What?
Allegedly.
Smashed a what?
An iPad. Oh, iPad. Let's discontinue Zimmermanwatch.
It's fine with me. It's not that I just, like I said, I thought it would have been over with.
Because in the future, we're going to have a real depressing Zimmermanwatch coming up soon. Where he's done something horrible. Somebody said...
it just seemed like what he did was so bad and horrible he couldn't top it. But now...
Well, he gets off and he's like, well, what do I do now?
How do you... Yeah, if that's what you're known for. That's, his following the press, they always want you to do something bigger and better,
You paint your masterpiece. You don't sit around thinking, oh, well, that's my masterpiece of horror. You think, I got another one in me. I can do something worse.
Well, it looks like he's working up to it. So, yeah, maybe we just...
He's got White Album, Sgt. Pepper's terrible coming up. I don't know which comes first. White Album, Sgt. Pepper's, and then a White Album, right?
I don't know what either one of those are.
The Beatles?
Who?
You know who the Beatles are.
I didn't hear what you said. The Beatles. England. Boots, hair.
You don't know any Beatles song? Yesterday?
Hold my hand. I know it. Hell.
I think Hank Williams Jr. did some. He did.
He didn't do no Beatles song.
Hank Williams Jr. I think did.
Everybody, a lot of people did Beatles songs, and to me, did them better than them. But
I'm pretty sure I think he did. Somebody write in and tell us what. I think he did Norwegian Wood or something.
Well, I don't think so.
But that makes sense. Wood, working with your hands.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry.
I never cared for them. They're bad when they started, and just got worse as far as I'm concerned. I'm back in.
Getting in bed. Al Cap, come and see him.
All I remember is a black and white movie that run around trees and racket.
Did you go see that?
Jumping around. I don't know. It's on TV. It was on lunchboxes back in.
That must make you mad when you hate something on a lunchbox. You see little kids carrying it around.
Everybody wore a wig, this, that. Just a mess.
Who wore wigs?
You buy them in a store, a Beetle wig, whatever.
You bought a Beetle wig?
I didn't buy no damn Beetle wig.
Are you telling me you drive around Murfreesboro?
Oh, hell. Kids did. Everybody had crew cuts back in. You couldn't grow your hair out fast enough to be a damn hippie. Back in, it wasn't even hippie. That was before hippie. Back in, it was sissy boy. You had your hair long like that. And then it turned into hippie.
That's the evolution. That's the 60s in a nutshell. Who needs...
That's just what I ain't saying right or wrong. It's just saying what it was back in.
You're like Ken Burns, but shorter.
Huh?
Tom Brokaw.
Oh, hell. Tom Brokaw didn't talk about 60s. Tom Brokaw talked about World War II all the damn
didn't
time.
He do a 60s one, too?
He talked about World War II all the time. That's all he ever talked about, which is fine. I like World War II. I ain't knocking that.
You do World War II, but then you had to do the part about how World War II's kids disgraced World War II.
Well, yeah.
I think he did a 60s one, but I may be wrong.
I missed that when if it was on, I probably turned it over. I live the damn 60s. I don't have to watch it.
Some good news this week, Jackie.
Oh, well, good.
Colorado, which
you
think is all hippies and pot smoking and libertarian, compounds where you make your own laws. A law of one.
People took it back.
Took Colorado back. They had a recall election. They had some people over there, some politicians like, hey, let's get rid of all the guns, Colorado.
Yep.
Which is stupid because in Colorado they got wolves.
Yep.
You need
your damn gun. If you gonna need it, well, everybody need a gun no matter where you go. But Colorado, hell.
You gonna take a wolf on with a bow and arrow?
Yeah.
See you later, Sacagea, will you? You wolf meat now.
Yep. So they got what was coming to them. And that's a good lesson.
They got recalled. Bloomberg, who's supposed to be a Republican, but he hates guns. That's confusing to me, what Bloomberg. He's a Republican.
He ain't
rich, but he's like, don't eat bad, no guns. But then he's like, I'm going to frisk everybody darker than this shade. Yeah. I got a paint swatch here. If you fall below here, you are going to get frisked 3 times a day. Now, that sounds like a Republican, but then he's like, but you don't get a big Coke.
Pitiful.
They get a small one.
Well, he put all his money behind these, right? That's all. That's all
He
Bloomberg
threw some
money.
in.
Yep.
Everybody's like, look, in New York City, whatever, in Colorado, like everywhere else in the world that ain't New York City, does not like
New York telling them what the hell to do.
If you say the words New York, the rest of America is that damn salsa commercial.
Yeah.
In New York City, people don't like saying, well, in New York City, they do this.
Yeah.
So they got rid of them. Now in Colorado, you can have all the guns you want.
Well, that's the way it should be. Yeah, take a lesson. I hope every other state takes a lesson, take some of that Bloomberg money, take some of that New York, try to get rid of those guns. Well, guess what? We gonna get rid of you.
So Colorado, wolves, look out.
Yep.
Because
I wouldn't want to be a wolf in Colorado right now.
Human race is coming for you.
Yes, sir.
You are doomed.
Liberals would have it the other way.
Liberals want wolves chomping on human flesh.
They want it, yeah. That's the kind of world they want to live in.
Well, thanks to Bloomberg and his meddling, the gutters and sewers of Colorado will run red with wolf brain.
Yes, sir.
So that's the Colorado story.
Yeah, well.
I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jackie. I hate talking about racist Tennessee. Any story comes out Tennessee racist, but there was this one story out of Tennessee where it's African American waitress at a Red Lobster said she got they signed the thing and it said tip none, and then under that they wrote the N-word.
Oh, hell.
Now this guy, then she posted it on her Facebook and she got
what?
Laid off from
Why would you
Red
want
Lobster.
to post that on
Because
Facebook?
she's like, look at this. I don't even know that's what kids do today. If you get hurt and confused by the horrifying reality, you just go on Facebook and like, look, what? That's what you do. And then your friends are like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know either. And then racists eventually find your Facebook. They're like, looks fake to me. So you have about a day of like confused consolation and like commiseration of your friends going, I'm sorry. I don't know what's.
Why would you put anything on Facebook?
That's how you deal with stuff today.
I don't deal with stuff that way. I wouldn't know how to deal with stuff that way, and I'm glad I don't.
You are 100 years old. You are basically a mummy.
Hell, I'm still alive, ain't I? I live in the country.
Sorta.
Well, that's pitiful what they put on there. They shouldn't have said that.
Well, I guess then.
Regardless whether her service was bad or not, that is uncalled for.
Why are you assuming that her service was bad?
It shouldn't have anything to do with it, is the point I'm saying. Because sometimes people, I don't care what color you are, if you don't take 15 minutes to refill my glass or check to see if I need water, you ain't getting no tip from Jackie Bros, to say right now. I don't care. Asian, Japanese, it don't make no difference. Of course, Asian, Japanese, at the case, you go up to the buffet. But they'll come clean your plate.
That's not where we should have gone with that.
I wasn't trying to go nowhere. I was just saying my preference is it don't matter if you was the worst, absolute worst waiter. I would never say anything like that. Never. I ain't defending that. That's awful.
Them cheese biscuits are good, though, and it's a shame.
Oh, Red Lobster. Yeah, I like Red Lobster.
They got tainted with this. And I just hate to see Tennessee. I know it's racist in Tennessee. This guy saying he didn't do it. Regardless, it just makes Tennessee
Well,
look
why
racist.
would she write that on herself? That don't make no sense.
This happened in Franklin. Oh, shit. Franklin's racist as hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
It should be about how racist Franklin, Tennessee is, not all of Tennessee. So when you see a story, just
what
think,
Red Lobster got to say about this?
I don't know. They said it's just policy that you can't post this stuff on Facebook.
What they do? What they do to the waitress?
They laid her off with pay supposedly.
What?
For posting it. I don't think they fired her. Suspended her.
Are they racist now? I don't understand. I get confused. I don't. Obviously, who wrote that's racist. I ain't denying that. But
Right,
it's Red
that's
Lobster.
racist. Now we got to figure out who else in this is racist.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
Well, you know what? Let's just we're almost up to an hour. Let's just Tennessee's racist. Red Lobster's racist. The customer probably racist.
Well, you're
Allegedly
saying
racist.
everybody's racist now.
Yes.
Well,
We gotta go, Jackie. We gotta move. We got our sponsors.
right.
It's an hour in. Red Lobster racist.
you the one
Tennessee,
talk about Wendy's for 15 damn 20 minutes, however long you
racist.
did.
They got a damn ginger with the freckles that come eat my
Oh,
white food. Racist. Everybody's racist.
I know it.
Okay, let's do our sponsors for this week.
Well, I got a good fine sponsor this week. You know, when your little boy gets up to a certain age, they're gonna say, "Daddy, Mama, let me. I won't do scouting." Little boys love to get their little patches and this and that, and do this out in the woods. But nowadays, you know, if you don't want them doing gay things, if that's your preference, I ain't saying that's right or wrong. Boy Scouts ain't the place for it no more, I guess. That's what they say.
Wait, you're saying if your little boy gets to the scouting age,
Yeah.
and he wants to be a scout,
Well, yeah, that's what they do, yeah.
but you don't want him to be a gay scout,
Well, that's when your mom and daddy still make decisions for you.
he can't go to
When he
Boy
grows
Scouts.
up, he can do whatever he wants. I'm talking to the parents.
But you're saying Boy Scouts is just gay scouts.
No, I did not say that. I said
Boy
if that-
Scouts said that.
Well, somebody in Boy Scouts did. They're the boss of them, or whoever runs it.
The head scout.
I guess he's gay.
I don't know.
Well,
Allegedly.
Well-
Well, think about it. Look at what he has to wear. Scoutmaster General.
all right.
Whatever happened, we don't know. Go ahead. I hate
It's
I'm sorry.
associated with gay things now, all right? Some people, when the little boy grows up and he wants to be gay, he can do whatever he wants, as far as I'm concerned. I ain't getting into that. I'm just saying for the parents that make a decision for a little boy around this age, you don't want him to go to Boy Scouts. You want some more faith-based scouting place to take your little boy. Well, I'd like to announce our new sponsor on this particular podcast here is...
You corrected yourself the wrong way. You were about to say it right,
What?
and then
Marcus.
you said the wrong. You almost had
Just let me do my damn sponsors
it. We
here.
were so close. Okay.
Coley's. What is Coley? What does that say? Coley's what?
Coley Scouts of America.
Coley Scouts of America. I can't read his writing.
Wait, they already is a faith, but they had a convention in Nashville. They had whatever it's called, Trail Life USA.
Well,
It's
it
a
ain't
Christian.
that one. It ain't that one.
They're
This
doing
one's,
their own Christian.
this one's more Christian.
Oh,
You get your Bible learning passes.
you get a what? You mean like a
The
merit,
patch they put on you. You
a
read
merit badge
merit badge. That's patch. You know, same thing. You put
and
it on your
Bible
shirt.
learning?
Bible learning patches. Yeah, Coley's. Well, I can't say. What does it say?
Coley Scouts of America.
All
Why
right.
is that hard? Is that Boy Scouts?
I can't read it. I got the paper here. He wrote this on.
It's the Coley Scouts.
Well, it's affiliated with Coley Snack Foods and Coley Cinemas. So now they have Coley Scouts America. And it's a faith, like you see, a faith-based, no gay things to be found at all in it, as far as I know.
In the Trail Life USA, it said they will let in gay scout, gay whatever, trail lifers, but you can't be open about it, and you can't promote homosexuality, and you can't have like sex if you're gay.
Oh, all right.
And you can't have any kind of sex in trail. Can you have sex in the Coley Scout?
No, it's little, you know.
Well,
no.
teenagers too.
It ain't like some, no, not teenage, enough. No, it's faith-based. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to wait till you get married before you act like that.
So that's what you get a
That's
merit
what-
badge and virginity?
Yes, sir. No, I don't think they call it that. I can't remember the name of it, but there's something like that. The longest you hold out, yeah. Hell, some of the scout masters in there have that patch.
Wow. That's hardcore.
Well, you need to be hardcore in this day and age. So if you want your youngin', if he's saying, I want to get some scouting, they go out in the woods and marshmallow fire and all that too. But, read the Bible out there instead of singing some hippie song. So, yeah, Coley's, what is it?
Coley Scouts of America.
Coley Scouts of America. Proud to have him as sponsor. They're signing up submissions here, fall submissions, come October. You get down there, I'll take your little boy down there, sign up, and get some faith-based woodland skills.
Well, I wish we had coordinated our sponsors this week, Jackie, because it's funny. I also have a rival scouting organization.
Wow.
I guess there's Boy Scouts of America now, and there's Trail Life USA, and there's Coley Scouts of America.
What?
And I've got a new scouting organization here I'd like to bring to everybody's attention if you're looking for an alternative to those scouting organizations.
I just did a scouting. It's Coley's America Scouts.
That's one of our sponsors. The other sponsor is the Dunlap Scouts of America.
What?
The Dunlap Scouts
of
America.
Hell.
Where I am taking, for $100 a weekend, your young boys out in the woods with me. And I'm going to teach them what life is really about.
All right, enough.
That's $100 one kid. Don't ask me for no. You got 2 kids? That's $200. Don't ask me to be like.
Don't nobody give
for a discount.
Pay him money to take your children anywhere.
Look, you got your Christian alternative to the Boy Scouts, and that's fine. We ain't gonna have this. This is more about kind of like what you do after church.
Why?
Like, a lot of kids, a lot of adults for that matter, don't know how to roll a proper joint. Now, I ain't taking a bunch of kids out in the woods and getting them high, but I am going to show them how to roll a joint for when they choose on their own time.
I ain't going to listen to this. Enough.
I'll show them how to ask adults to buy liquor for them. I ain't going to buy them liquor.
All right, you think you being cute and funny about getting little children high. Ain't nothing funny about that.
Jackie, I have said, and I will swear before court, that I am not getting little children high.
What?
But I am showing them how to use the paraphernalia later on in their life.
What?
Because and also there's a cut. I ain't doing this for nobody younger than 13. But when you're 13, you're going to start experimenting. And why don't you let your Uncle Dunlap Scoutmaster show you how to do a few things.
Enough.
I've got an education program I'm working out with T.T. Slot.
What? Nobody's going to send their child out in the woods with you and a prostitute. Have you lost your damn mind? I ain't got no part of this. You talking a bunch of bull.
First of all, former prostitute.
Ow.
Second of all, I'm certified by the Dunlap Scouts of America certification board, as a certified Dunlap Scouts of America Scoutmaster.
What the hell are you talking about?
I certified myself.
Ow.
I'm still working on the program, but we're going to give out badges and stuff.
All right. You ain't no sponsor on here taking children out in the woods.
Look, I ain't saying, and I don't care. You can be a Boy Scout, a Coley Scout, Trail Lifer, do them all, and then come to me. Some parents could use this as an example of what not to do. Like send your kids out in the woods with me for $100, and I'll teach them everything I know. And then when they get back home, you go, "What'd you learn?" Don't do any of it.
All right.
Everything you just learned is what I don't want out of you.
Well, yeah.
If you want a successful life.
All they got to do is spend 2 hours with you and you talking to them. They're going to know to grow up somehow different, not waste their life, be miserable.
And honestly, I don't even want to go out in the woods. I think when we talked about Boy Scouts on an earlier podcast, everybody knows how I feel about scouting. It's terrible. Making fires, Pinewood Derby. terrible, worst, awful idea. So we might drive through the woods, and then maybe we'll go to a hotel with a pool.
All right, enough. That's
Have
it.
a separate room.
Okay, enough.
Because now you can't even look at a kid, and they're going to be like, child molester, child molester.
I know it. I know you can't be around no children nowadays.
I don't care. Bring your parents. Bring your dads. Come on, we'll
right.
get a few, and we'll have a party, and we'll just tell kids what it's
right.
really like. You got a single mom? Bring her along.
Okay, enough. That's it. We're done. I don't want to hear any more of that. Did we talked about Syria, didn't we?
I think we did.
Well, all right.
So get on podcast, iTunes part, and rate us and review us and pass it around.
That's supposed to help us somehow. I don't know how, but we appreciate everyone that does that. If you listen to this, we appreciate it.
Subscribe to us, listen to it. However you want to listen to it. Let us know anywhere they got reviews. I guess reviews good. Drop us a line. Let us know what you think.
And I'd like to say again, we got one. I don't know how these things work. Well, we have
one listener in Syria. We'd like to hear from you. Make sure we had one download in Syria. I don't know if that's a listener.
I want to reach out to that.
Could have been a mistake. Maybe like a computer got blown up and it accidentally downloaded us, or like Assad started shutting down somebody's Twitter and accidentally downloaded our podcast.
All right. Well, if it ain't that, if somebody out there, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from our one.
Let us know how you are.
Listener. Yes, let us know what's going on.
You know what? If it's going to get you in some sort of trouble,
well, don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, we don't want you to get in trouble. No, it ain't worth it at all. But if
it's cool,
there's no bother to give email, whatever it is. Do it.
Just say, hey, what's up?
Let us know you're doing okay.
I'm
we
in
also
Syria.
Don't forget, I want to reach out. I didn't want to be misconstrued. If you are a Muslim
and
Bluegrass fan, I would love to hear your music.
If you are Muslim, we don't have to be Bluegrass. If you are a traditional country Muslim artist, get on, send us your music. We will play it. We will dedicate a whole show to you.
I'd be happy to. I'd love to hear it. If you out there, and I mean that sincerely, I ain't trying to be smart, this or that. Charlie Pride can do it. I don't see why anybody else can't.
We ain't gonna. You have to be a practicing Muslim too. I don't want you to be like, I grew up, I came over here from Iran.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, you got to be going to mosque and then getting the fiddle out and buck dancing.
The only one I know is like their kind of music, which is, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's not music to me. And then the hippie that sing, Muslim.
Cat Stevens.
Yeah, that's the only two Muslim singers I know.
Well, who was the first one?
Just, Muslim music.
Regular Muslims.
Just that.
And then Cat Stevens.
Screaming, hollering, whatever it is, yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have a show coming up where we talk to our Syrian fan.
Yes, sir.
And a show coming up where we play some good old-fashioned, down-home, old-timey Muslim country bluegrass music.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you then. Take care now, you hear?